Alright, so today we're looking at the rear of the Audi for some reason, and it's a really good one actually, and that is because we are finally going to be upgrading the fuel pump module in the TT to unlock a little bit more power with the Torqbye PM4 fuel pump control module. This little fella right here, and this is actually a fairly expensive upgrade that we've had to do. For those of you that have followed the TT build so far or check out any of my other videos, I don't actually have the stock fuel pump in the TT anymore because it actually died on me or was starting to die, and I have it sitting somewhere over here. There's the original fuel pump, no longer in the TT, and we couldn't really figure out what the issue was. I think the pump was just basically on its way out or had picked up something and wasn't able to bypass it. There's no way to really take those fuel pumps apart unless you really know what you're doing. So I just never got around to it. So we've actually gone ahead and we have a TTRS fuel pump, which is just underneath the rear seat in the back of the TT. And the stock TTS fuel pump module isn't able to basically fully utilize the capability that the TTRS fuel pump can provide for any kind of setup. We are only stage 2 plus currently, so we're not really going to gain any more benefits from the fuel pump other than actually being able to have the correct duty cycle at the low RPM range than you would if, say, there was a large turbo on the car and we were custom tuned at this point. But this is basically just like a future-proofing thing, and like I said, unfortunately, it was a little bit of an expensive future-proof, as the PM4 right now is about $1,000 Canadian. Now, if you want to go ahead and do the TTRS fuel pump upgrade on your Mark 6, GTI, Golf R, or your TTS or a TT because you are going to do a bigger turbo, you can go ahead and pick one up from the link in the description at ECS. Any link that you guys do use on any of my videos that goes to ECS does help the channel out and helps me to be able to do more upgrades and cooler stuff with the builds like this. So thank you guys if you do go ahead and pick up a PM4 or anything else through ECS by clicking on one of the links in the description. But anyways, guys, this is a very easy install. This is probably only going to take us about 15-20 minutes to do. So we're going to pull apart the rear of the TT, and I'll show you guys just how easy this is. So we're going to start off by taking the loom that goes directly to the fuel pump. So that's the one that's got like the colorful rainbow cables and the main fuel pump connection with the grommet and everything. And we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to loom this whole section, mainly because, number one, we can't trim the one with the connector on the end unless we're prepared to repin it, which I'm not going to do. So we're going to use the full length of all the power cables and everything. So we're going to run a loom along the entire length just to kind of clean it up a little bit. And also because mainly I've got lots of loom left from the LS project, for those of you that watch those videos as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to crimp the power out wire, which is this one. So you got the dual prong with the fuse on it, to the leads of the main loom. So they provide you with these two little crimps that are also heat shrink as well. So we're going to use these because I just want you guys to basically, if you're following this as a tutorial, to use what's in the kit. So we're just going to go ahead and obviously red to red, black to black. And if you don't know, then probably isn't the install for you. And there we go. So that's our main loom. I'm gonna run this in the car now, and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna route it. Obviously it'll be different for you depending on what vehicle you're gonna put it in, so just kind of route it where it's not gonna get kinked, but we'll turn around and we'll get in the TT. Now the stupid thing about the TTs is under the rear seats, there's like a little bar that connects both sides of the vehicle. So there isn't really a great way to get like any large connectors or anything under the seats, which I'm now probably thinking that's the reason that this was all separated to begin with. There are a few spots that we might be able to make it happen, so. And then I'll show you guys kind of where we're gonna run everything. So after you're done splitting your finger open in the process of getting your fuel pump main cables over to the driver's side here, We're now going to route them up to where the satellite radio control module typically would be. But before we do that, so we've got the 40 ampere is already in there, and we're just gonna go in behind here. Okay, so we're gonna prep the battery hookup now. So this is the connectors and stuff that they're supplying with the kit. So we're just gonna kind of do this the same way we've been doing everything else so far. I really should just get a proper like heat torch thing to do this stuff. I'm gonna cut the power to length now as well. There is good. Okay, so we have everything routed and wired right now. Disregard all of my like amp wiring shit because I'm also gonna redo that. But we're gonna test it. Put the fuse in, and let's see. See if we can hear the pump prime when we open the door. Nice. All right, let's see if it makes a difference. Nice. Huh. It pops. That's interesting. There we go. PM4 is kind of tucked away there in the satellite radio spot. All of the wiring to the fuel pump all tucked away, just like that. And then it goes up onto that side and under the seat. I just have to cut the cable ties, and then yeah, there we go. The install's pretty much done. I'm just gonna put the tray and everything back in the back, reinstall the subwoofer, and do one more test with everything all bolted up. Actually, I have to show you guys this as well, how I hooked up the power to the battery. So in the TT, there's this little, like, it's in the back, so this is a TT specific way of doing it. Now you could just wire it directly to the battery like I did with the amp. However, I jumped it into the little terminal block that like separates everything. So it's just hooked up to this one before it gets to the like the bridge fuses that are here for other modules and stuff. And then it's got its own fuse and everything. Like it's got a, I gotta pull the fuse back out here. It's got a 40 ampere on its own. I'm actually just gonna have that sit like right there, just so I have quick access to it. That's all like that. And then it's got a little cover and everything. So that's really nice. Kind of makes it look a little bit better than it would, but clean little install. I might make like a cover or something for the PM4 just because it's obviously not the size of the satellite radio module that would normally be in there. So it doesn't quite fit properly. And then I might make a strap for it so it can't like fall around, but I mean the cables are already like so snug in there that that's about all the movement you're gonna get out of it anyways. So there you go, PM4 installed. Let's go out on the street and see if it car pulls any faster. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna try it out, see what differences we have. We don't have the laptop with us or anything. It was throwing a fuel pressure regulation code for a while. It wasn't really hindering any very large noticeable performance differences. Like down low, if I didn't roll into the throttle, it definitely didn't have as much power if I shifted one like in higher RPM, if that kind of makes sense. We're just gonna drive it in just regular like drive mode for now, just to let the ECU realize that it has, I guess, regular fuel pressure now and a little bit more. Then we're gonna pull over, we'll check to see if we have any soft codes, clear those, and then we'll give her the full beans. I'll probably wait to upload this video so that I have a day when it's dry out and I can do a draggy test to see if we have any improvements before we do the high pressure fuel pump upgrade. As you can see, it is like pissing rain right now, and the weather hasn't been super great, so I haven't been able to really do a whole lot of anything with the TT lately, but lots of stuff coming. I'm waiting for some more parts from hopefully Unitronic in the next couple weeks here, and then some cosmetic stuff finally as well, because I want to make the car look a little bit nicer than just bone stock with wheels. So, but performance first and foremost, right? So let's give her some juice and see how she feels. It definitely already feels a lot more responsive down low. That is great. That is good. That is the number one thing I was very not okay with just throwing the TTRS fuel pump in without doing the module upgrade, is just that down low it was absolutely like dog water. So that's really good. Like I'm barely touching the gas and we're already like moving pretty decent, so that's good. Let's give her some actual juice and see how she goes. Oh yeah, she's way faster. Okay, yeah, having proper fuel makes a little bit of a difference. Holy fuck. All right, well, that's interesting. That was like 75% throttle, and I got to the speed limit on the highway very quickly. Interesting. All right, well. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I forgot to record the first pass, but the car is quite a bit faster now. The 0 to 60 seems to be the same, but we will test it now. Side by side, there we go, the stock TTS module versus the PM4. PM4's picked up a little bit in the quarter mile, a little bit better in the 60 foot. And we also did have the disadvantage of the slope. Now I am testing in the exact same area, so the slope probably isn't exactly accurate. Probably just a little bit different depending on the actual starting point along where testing is taking place. But PM4 has picked up about 0.3 of a second. I'm sure we're probably going to see even more gains once we actually put a bigger turbo on it and we do a little bit more fuel mods. But there you go, we're almost in the 11s on the street. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here and want to see some more TTS build videos, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, and peace out. I'll see you in the next video.